The Caruso show was on full display in Game 2 as he came off the bench to score 20. He's been OKC's third leading scorer through the first 2 games of these finals. The leading scorer, of course, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who established a new record for most points scored through the first 2 games of an NBA Finals career. He scored. Now he's got an opportunity here to pass Rick Barry for the most points scored through the first 3 games. But SGA would need 51. Candace, can he score 51 tonight and set a new record for most points scored in the first 3 games of an NBA Finals career?
Well, the point of the finals is to win. And I don't know if OKC wins. I'm with Chuck. I think there's a balance in a superstar, and I love SGA, of taking too many shots.
I thought that's what happened in Game 1. That's what happened in Game 1.
And if he gets 51, I think that's too many shots. That's too reliant on him in the offense. The ball isn't moving enough.
That's why I thought their lineup change affected the way they played as a team. And I thought SGA overreacted because he took too many shots. He was too ball dominant. And OKC don't play like that. They don't play like one-on-one ball. But I thought he did in Game 1. And I thought that was the reason they lost Game 1, in my opinion.
You know, many years ago when I played in Phoenix, we would play the Lakers in the playoffs. And our strategy was, Grant, you're 38 with a bad ankle. You guard Kobe. If he goes for 40 and everyone else stays, you know, we're okay. The problem was Kobe would get 40 and Powell would get 30 and Lamar Odom would get 25. What am I saying here is, you know, Shai's got to include everyone else, to your point. And if I'm Indiana, you know what? Maybe you don't mind SGA going off.
100%.
You know, you want him to do what he did in Game 1. Feel like I'm on the road. I'm the superstar, the MVP. I got to carry the load. Dort's not getting open shots. Those other guys, when they're hitting shots as a team, they are dangerous.
And you know what, Grant? There's a difference because I felt like SGA was ball dominant early, which then messes up the flow of what goes in, feel of the ball, J-Dub, all those things. You could be ball dominant late. I think he's one of bring us home, especially on the road as a star. You have to carry the team late. But it's early on getting those other guys comfortable in this building.
You're 100% because to me, the key to Oklahoma City is Jalen Williams. When he plays great, they're tough to beat. Shai's going to get 30. And you know, he might get a little bit more because he's just a great player. But Jalen Williams is the guy. If you go back and look at their wins, when he plays well, that's when they're at their best. And I always tell people, Candace, your point is 100%. Your star's not supposed to be ball dominant early. He's supposed to be ball dominant late. And I thought he was way too ball dominant. I thought the offense got stagnant. I thought he had him a couple times against Denver. But Jalen Williams, to me, just I think it's got to be Siakam and Miles Turner if Indiana's going to win this game tonight. But to me, Jalen Williams is the second most important player on their team.
J-Dub shooting 33% from the field over the first 2 games. We'll see if he can pick that up tonight. We're getting closer and closer to tip-off here. Remember, we're going to be on right after the game with exclusive post-game coverage. Back here where the Thunder fans have traveled to Indiana. It's about a 10.5-hour drive. You can do that one. Cambridge Fieldhouse going to be rocking tonight. They got the gold shirts. Grant, what are you expecting here? Game 3 has been a bit of a bugaboo here for both of these teams.
It has been. I mean, Oklahoma City, obviously, they've been great throughout this postseason. They've struggled in these Game 3s. You think back Minnesota, they lost that Game 3. They got blown out.
42 points.
By 42 points. Indiana has shown they can bounce back in the playoffs after a poor performance. They play well in this building. I'm picking Indiana.
You know, I'm going to have to piggyback off of Grant. I think if Indiana can come out and set the tone. Again, we talked about they've only led for like 5 or 6 minutes in this series total. If they can come out and put the pressure on OKC, take great shots, I think this is their game.
Yeah, I actually like the Pacers in this game. I think Game 2 was a wash because they got what they wanted, and they know they can't get a home court back. They got to put pressure because if they win tonight, there's some serious pressure on OKC. I like the Pacers.
Taking the Pacers?
I'm taking the Pacers, but now that it's like a trifecta, I don't know. I think I should maybe lean
it ain't the first time you cheated off our paper.
I'm just saying, listen.
Cheated off me in school.
Well, it's
many moons ago, huh?
March 10th was the last time Indiana lost back-to-back games.
Who are you picking, Jared?
OKC. The four of us will be back right after the game here on the court, talking with the players, coaches. See you after the game. Enjoy game 3.